Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My daughter and I went down to Springfield Extravaganza yesterday and walked around for the day. Now, we did not purchase nearly as much stuff as we usually do because I'm getting more picky about what I buy and what we're going to use it for, and we think we're going to go more into the digitals. She's going to do the scanning and creating the digitals on our Two Little Birds Etsy shop. And so, but what we got, some of the things we got are more expensive. So that's why we have to scan them and so forth. So, but some of them's not, and I want to show you. So let's get started. We just got these old notepads. This one is building wire division. I mean, these, I don't have any idea when they're from. There's no date, obviously, but you can tell from the aging that they are a little old. This one's not very many, but there's a few on it. This was just all in a stack. So I love this. It's kind of graph paper like. And this one, and I want to go kind of fast because when you get to the paper stuff, it takes a while to go through. So, and that one. So we got those. Then we got a couple of jars of buttons. Most of the time they want to charge too much for the buttons. I don't know how to get this lid off, so we won't. I will get that off later. But these look very old, and so I thought those would be good for my, I won't say button collection, because I don't really have one, and I don't know anything about buttons. I just have a few jars of them. Excuse me. My grandkids have colds. I'm wondering if I'm going to catch it, but I also got that jar of buttons. Then we found this, and I thought these are great for the coffee dyeing. So we have a lot of coffee dye paper on our Etsy shop. So we use a lot of these plastic, they're just plastic, old vintage doilies. Now he thought they were worth a lot of money, and I did talk him down a little bit, but paid a little more than I wanted to for those. Then there was a box and it said, please take a free book. So I picked up this Hummingbirds and Butterflies books. Otherwise I probably wouldn't have bought it. Then we go over here and we got a stack of bingo cards. And I don't think we have any like this on there yet. I know she's done packs of other bingo cards, so they will be in there. And there's also many junk journals kits, which, I'm sorry, I got a tickle in my throat. Like create your own bingo card with all the ephemera that goes with it. And there's flash cards and Rolodex cards, and I'm not sure what all right now. Then we got some cards. And I thought that was very pretty, so they're pretty old. You can tell just by looking at the type of box it's in, and so there's that. And then this, I didn't even see it till we got home. Emily had picked it up, and I'm like, sure, if they're pretty, you know, throw them in there. But it says trading cards, 36 different designs. And you open it up, and look at that. They're blank, and they're all different. So these are like all the old vintage designs and stuff on blank cards. I've seen some of these actual cards of these. I even have, I do have some of them, the actual cards. I think I have these. So I thought that was, well, no, I turned it upside down in there. So I'm not sure yet what I'm going to do with those. I've got some ideas, but I am not going to commit to it yet. And then I thought, oh wow, those are really cool. But then you open them up and not those cards. But I still like these. I still thought they were pretty cute, vintage like looking houses. So yeah, even though it wasn't these. And then I found this rook, and you open it up and there's an old set and a newer set. These are newer, and these are older. Turn it around. So I'm not sure what's up with that, but there's two decks, one more vintage than the other. Then if you follow me on Instagram, you probably saw this. Now she had 3 bags of them, and I thought, I just can't do 3 bags of them. I don't know. I probably should have, but they're all old. They're not, I mean, they don't look that old, but they're still on paper, and I don't have stamps on paper. I only have ones that are already off paper. So I thought these would make great little backings for clusters and such. So I went ahead and just bought 1 bag of them. But I just love old stamps. I used to collect stamps when I was a kid, and I still have those albums, and I can't tear them apart. Then I did find this. They're those paper bingo cards. They're just, you know, these little sheets of paper, but they looked vintage, and so I got them. They weren't that expensive. So then my daughter saw these, and I know I should have zoomed in, but I can't really do it while I'm videoing, so I'll just hold everything up. These old, and they're from 1935 canceled checks, and these are the ones that have the holes through it. You can see that, all those. And I remember, I told the lady when we got them, I said, I remember my grandma having a roll top desk, and all the little cubbies in it were filled with all her old canceled checks. And I wish, well, there's some 1934, 34 and 35. So I thought, I was like, I wish I knew what happened to those, because I would have loved to have them. And let's go ahead and do these. I found this giant, I think down to here, no, this one, stack of almanacs, and these are various 1946, but then you get to 1914, and I just thought these are fabulous. Because you have, like, I don't know what all that means, but I don't know if that's the moon, like the moon, where the moon is in the zodiac, or what that means, but anyway. But I thought these were so cool. And he didn't really charge me that much. There's 1915, 1916, 1917, and we skipped 1918. Maybe that's when they had the pandemic. 1919, 1920, 22, 24, 25, 27, 29, 31.47 of that particular brand. And this Roysters was 1946. And look at that yummy brown paper. I don't know if it doesn't look that brown. It's really super brown. But I thought that was cool. And then there's this 54 Family Almanac. Really, again, really brown paper. So, I mean, it's very fragile, so I'll probably will have to use it in collage, sell page packs and stuff like that, which we do. We sell music. But in 1968, not quite as old. Then we have this telephone almanac for 1953 from the Ohio Bell Telephone Company, which has seen better days, but we love that. But this one has these pretty green images. So there's that. Agricultural almanac. 1953 again. This must be on a little better paper. So, another agricultural from 49, 48, and the Farmer's Almanac from 68. Had a call almanac. I know we have some other. There's a Farmer's from 1914. This is over 100 years old, guys. And how does this paper stay around that long? This says 1911. So, but look at all these ads in this one. And those pictures. Evolution of a storm prophet. But yeah, there's some pretty cool storm pictures in there. I think that one's pretty cool. And then 1934 telephone from the American Telephone and Telegraph Company. So there's those. Find a place to put them. Then these, this is an old seed catalog, which has pretty black and white, and they kind of look green now, images of flowers, different seeds. But I thought even these could make good ephemera. Let's see if there's a date in here. 1941. See if you can tell that. But I thought that was, there's lettuce and melons and celery and all kinds of seeds. And this, I just love old telephone directories. I don't know if you saw that other directory. I had that big one. But I can't bear to tear it apart. But I love the old ads, and the phone numbers in this are 1733, 761. There's a telephone number 14, from May 1917. And this one's February 1914. From New York. So even in 1914, they had a bigger phone book. But just you just love these ads. But I figure we can do some of this in scanning and then maybe even sell the pages of it. So that's kind of what we were going for this time, more than some of the other. I guess this. Then we saw these vintage ticket rolls. So these will definitely be in the shop because there is no way in the world we would ever be able to use all these tickets. I could not make enough ephemera if I lived until I was 200 to use all these tickets. So, but yeah, these are definitely vintage, and I'm sure, yeah, they're pink when you get in there. I don't know why these like zip ties are on there, but as you can see, they're pink. So I thought that was perfect. And let's see what this, yeah, these are red if you get inside. It looks like they've used some of these, but let's put these over here. Then this was one of our favorite things, these labels we found. We did pay up a little bit for them. As you can see, there's pears, and there's several of those. I don't think they're all pears, are they? Maybe all these. This whole stack is pears. And they do look like they've gotten wet, so they are. And then there's some tomatoes. A couple of tomatoes. And then that's a different tomato one. So I think these were labels for the old boxes, but, and that's what the guy that sold them to me thought. I was like, you don't think they're cans? You know, big cans, but the can would be pretty short and fat. So I really like that. And then it also had this vintage letter from 1917 talking about the labels. And there's samples of their number 3 stock tomato labels. So that's pretty cool. Then, now all that's in here was not in here. They're separate purchases that I just put them in here for us to get them around the flea market. But this, I thought this was an cool old box. It says fiber stock letters. And you open it up. And this is a separate purchase. And this was a separate purchase. I don't know. Some of this was independent purchases, but let's just start digging through here. I think this was, yeah, see, that's what I mean. It takes a while to go through these paper things, and I will try to go fast. I don't want to bore you. I did want to show you. Now this is what was in the box. It was just these few receipts from 1953. But as you can see, you can put a lot of receipts, or I don't know, filing your letters or whatever. And it's got these things, so as you put it in, they'll be moved up. I thought that was pretty cool, but this was very cheap, so we will just set that here and put this stuff back in it as we go through it. This old receipt, 1919, $500. Some old, I'm not sure what these are. I'm not real sure what these were for. Car control system card. I don't know. And I don't know. Not very helpful there, am I? Then this little notebook, it's Glenn's upholstering, but it's just all blank. So all these, and then like things like this, and the note card, or the note, yeah, notes will all be, this is for scanning into a thing, but it's a speech given by someone. I'll have to do some research on it, but it's a speech, because at the very end of it, it says, I thank you. So I'm going to try to read it and scan it and see what we can do with this, but I thought that was really interesting. And this, from February 1, 1943, Corps of Engineers, engine-powered equipment, but it's like a mimeographed thing, so I thought that would be cool. Then this looks very fragile, so it'll have to be used in collage, maybe scanned. I don't see a date on that, but it is super, super fragile. And this is from 1916, another letter. Super fragile 1911 letter. And I'm not going to handle them too much because I don't want them to crack, because they're already cracking. 1911, 1914, just different. Washington Coal and Coke Company, National City Bank. But I thought these would all be super awesome for scanning into making digitals. No date on that one. 1911. The Baltimore and Ohio Railroad Company. Deposition of 2 witnesses, 1901. You can see that 1901 on that. 1908. I didn't realize they had mimeographs back that far. But, this is like a security note. So that's pretty cool. I'm not going to open it up. Oops. Portuguese commercial directory. No date on that. And there's 1913 letter. And a National Rubber Company letter. So, wouldn't that make it cool digital? Let me know if you think so, because I certainly think it would. And I did get these postcards, along with some other stuff from this vendor. And these are pretty old. There's no date on it, but some of these I know are worth some money. But we're not gonna sell them, I don't think. But look at the writing on that. Cool. What is this one? And these are in a German or something. I'm not sure if they're German or Swedish. But yeah, you can see it's not English. These are really pretty, and they've got a shine to them. I won't take too long here. But they are in kind of rough condition, some of them. But there's that, and that's cute. If you hear my dog over there, I'm not sure what she's trying to get into something and making all kinds of noise. Maybe this is Switzerland. I don't know, that looks Swedish maybe. I'm not sure. date. But I'm sure they're not new. All these little children and cats. Must be Christmas. Yeah, Wild Park, it says. Langenberg. Hey, Lucy. And these are, I can't read anything on them. There's Easter. That says Easter greetings. That's United States, Ohio. Wow. That's where I am. But let's go a little faster because we got quite a bit more. And I'm saving the best for last, which is just awesomeness. So let's go a little faster here. She's so cute. Not sure what these are. Chickadee and a mockingbird. And this poinsettia and the Last Supper. So there's those, and then this stack here is just a bunch of receipts. Eagle Printing House, it's 1922. It looks like another report on Woodrow Wilson. This looks like a carbon copy, but it's not on that thin onion skin paper. So that's that. This old deposit at National Bank from wow, that says 1887. I'm surprised it's still there, even though it's kind of in a bad shape. Somebody's report card, 1907. She had like a bee. Yum Yum corn roast. Fall corn roast of our Sunday school. September 11th. I don't see a date. Oh, 1931. And Our House version 1. See, you see what I mean though? We got all this ephemera that I think will make great skinning material. I know there's a lot of people that do that, so I don't. 1945. So I'm not sure, but we'll come up with something. So it's from the Heinz Company, 1945. Huh. War Bond Day. There's nothing. It's just empty. Some more receipts. 1918, 1873. This one. 1920. That's really very, very fragile. And this looks like, I don't know if that has mold. Is that mold? Does anybody know? Hello. I know when I was looking through some of this stuff, it was 1875. Come on. How does that survive? An empty envelope. This looks like a titled Sears Roebuck Easy Payment Order Form. Okay, what do we have here? Can't see a date on that, but as you can see, there's pretty old stuff. European coal purchases. National City Bank of New York. Piano. Another 1928. Checks, receipts, letters. It says pinned together. I guess they hadn't invented paper clips yet. So it's a letter. Wow. It's a long letter. But there's no date or anything on it. So, and I will not go through all of this stuff again because it's just a bunch of old ephemera. I'll just kind of do it, grouping it. These are a bunch of pay stubs envelopes, or pay envelopes. So, thought those were interesting. And all these are just a stack of letters. Some postcards. Oh, that's pretty. And these are from the 1944. So these were wartime letters. 37. I'm not going to pull the letters out. So 1944. Electric company receipts. Paid their electric bills. 1944. It says photo service. No, it's just a long letter. Water bills. Insurance. Telephone bills. Electric. Letters. And this one is on like a really thin, like almost onion skin type paper. Forever yours, Bob. My darling. Wonder if he was in the Navy and he was writing to his wife. I'll bet you anything. Then I found this, and this is exactly how it was, but I know it's one of those Goaties, but it's in very poor shape. Very poor. I've seen them and where they're bound in, book form, but this one is not, and you see it starts on page 161, so I'm not sure, but it's in really rough shape, but I thought there was enough here that we could scan some of the images. Like that one. And look at that. This is from, see, I'm not even sure what year this is. I'd have to find, but I think it is the 1800s. Go back here to the beginning and see if this is the beginning. No, but isn't that awesome? I think we could take some of the best pages. There's music. There's got to be a date in here somewhere, but I haven't. Here we go. 1860. Godey's Ladies' Book and Magazine from July 1860. So, yeah, there's that. But then I will probably, after scanning or whatever, I'm not sure I can use for collage, but I'm certainly going to try something special. Okay, let's do that. Let's get rid of this. And here are my favorite finds. Although the goatees is pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie. This is a 1968 Sears catalog, and it's not a reproduction. I know they don't make reproductions of Sears catalogs, except the really old ones, I think. I'm not real sure. But I thought this was really, well, men's underwear isn't cool. But these kids, look at that. Isn't that cool? 68, look at those wild patterns and bright colors. That was the 60s, huh? Ladies, jeans, sleepwear, and bright colors. So 60s. Just look like they're going to be dancing on the dance party or whatever that was called. So there's that. One of my favorites. And this is New York Trust Company. To the bank. Coming to the bank. And these are from 1930. And it's just a receipt book from a, but there's a bunch of blank checks in here too. But then up here where they've used the checks, you got the, like the, deposit, well, the deposit, the registered part. There's that. And I thought this was cool. This little book. And it's from 1875. Well, this calendar in here is from 1875. And then there's all this writing on this. They wrote up through. Not cool. It's like a little diary. Someone's diary. I'm going to try to read it. They wrote. Oh, it's completely filled. So it's dated here January 5th, 1876. So when they got done writing for the year. That is so awesome. I just love that. There's a little place for a pencil. They probably kept it in there because it is written all in pencil. But they did their diary. Then, last but not least, it says ledger. But up here it says scraps. R.K. Henshaw. To do to Ella, Adrian, Michigan. And inside, hey, no. Whoops. I did not pay $45, but this, not sure when it's from, but they have made it into a scrapbook. See if I can't, I'm not going to tear it up right now. And it starts on page 47, so I don't know if there's pages missing, but they've put in a little bit of everything. Dog lovers, quotes, slap, and some stamps. Some Fleming's Ohio Examiner. So that looks like a R.K. Henshaw, Mansfield, Ohio, 1935. So this is from the 30s. So it's like somebody's scrapbook. Postcards, Lincoln's Gettysburg Address. This is what they fought for. This is what they got. Oh, wow. Mother's sister. But Classification. Classification cards, World War #2. So this is his classification for being in the war. Wow. He loved his dogs. Let's see. State sale, 1942. Mileage ration. Wow. Let's come off of there. Sales tax, 1942. Some pictures of them. Isn't this awesome? Something to do with the gasoline tax. But he kept everything he thought was important. Passenger car registration. Sugar purchase certificate. Was sugar rationed? Wow. War ration book. He's opened it up and glued it in there. Wow. Firestone. Not sure what this is. Mileage. I'm not sure. Like buying his gas or something. I don't know. And some more pictures of them. But this is, I'm just, it's really crumbly, so that's why I'm being very careful. Ray Henshaw. Well, Ray, it's awesome that you did this. He loved his dogs. There they are in their uniforms. Aw. Probably from his kids or something. See, Senor, you're two father and mother. Yeah. These are neat. I'm not going through every single page, but I will be, but I don't want to bore you with all that. It must have been the ship he was on. Lots of newspaper clippings, photos. I mean, he just made it into a scrapbook, and there's a bunch of other stuff stuck in here. I'm not gonna open all that. And then there's a bunch of blank pages. So I think the blank pages are just as interesting. And there's a bunch of more cards and letters and things stuck in the back. So that is what we got yesterday, and I hope you enjoyed looking through it all, and we'll follow our shop and go take a peek at what we have in there. Give us some time to get the digitals though, so don't expect to see those for a little bit. But anyway, everybody have a great rest of your weekend, and we will see you next time. Bye.